So we are going to start Unit 5 today. And Unit 5, I think you guys will like it. It's something completely different that we haven't done any of yet, and it's called Sequences and Series. So we're going to do lots of stuff with different kinds of sequences and arithmetic versus recursive or versus geometric, and then recursive versus explicit formulas. And I think you guys will really like it. So I've put together these slides with some videos in here. That's because we have some of us here and some of us at home, and I think it'll just be easier to do a few days like this. So here's the first slide, and it just tells you that here's a blank PDF of the notes. They're right here for you. And then there it tells you to watch all the videos, and if you're in class with me, I'll have a copy of these notes for you. If you're at home and you have access to a printer, you'll need to print them off. Otherwise, you can either just watch me do the notes in the videos, and then you can print the completed version of the notes off. Right back here on this sticky note is a completed PDF of the notes. And then, so you need to watch the videos, fill in the notes if you have them, otherwise just watch, and then work on the homework. And you can ask me questions. So if it's class time, there's a Google Meet open. And so you can ask questions whether you're sitting in the room with me or whether you're learning from home. You can just unmute and ask. So this is going to be the lesson for section 5.1, which is called Arithmetic versus Geometric Sequences. And we're going to talk about the recursive formula. Okay, it starts right here with 5.1, Arithmetic versus Geometric Sequences Recursive Formula, and we just start with some vocabulary. So I'm going to click over here to the ladybug, and we'll talk through this vocabulary. So again, every section that we do in this unit, and there'll be 4, so we'll do 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and 5.4, we will talk about arithmetic versus geometric sequences. And we're going to go over the difference between those today. And then there's also 2 different kinds of formulas. There's what's called the recursive formula, and there's the explicit formula. Okay, here's the definitions for both. The recursive formula is a formula which describes the relationship between its successive terms and is used to find the next term of a sequence when the previous term is known. That is the absolute most important part about the definition of recursive formula. You have to know the previous term, or really the first term. Okay, super important part. You can't use the recursive formula unless you know the first term. The explicit formula says that it's a formula that lets us find any term in the sequence without knowing any of the other terms. Okay, so we can use that formula to find any term in an entire sequence. So, all right, just some basic knowledge of some vocabulary that we'll talk about. If it says a sub 1, that's the first term. It's talking about the first term in the sequence. A sub 2, second term, a sub 3, third term, etc. If it says a sub n minus 1, that means the previous term. So if I'm talking about the 5th term, then you would put a sub 6 minus 1 to get an a sub 5 there, okay? A sub n just means the nth term, okay? So this is referring to the nth term. And a sub n plus 1, that means the next term. So it'd be the term after. So if it's a minus 1, it's the term before. If it's a plus 1, it's the term after. Okay.